Hello, it's like in your here show you the MoneyGram coloring here. As you see is that so far with the word MoneyGram, as you see it had this document right here. If you were to go to a store or whatever and buy a MoneyGram, or if you were to have a some type of a savings account or whatever, or something like that, that you do maybe online, call for that certain name for a MoneyGram, but right here you have a question mark, and it's pretty much a form that you complete with a number of security questions, along with it's like maybe some answers, maybe a part of the form that you need to complete in order to be able to complete the security information. But you got for so far as for security is that if you have like say a big stack of cash or a big stack of coins, is that a way to keep it protected from, as to say that a way to keep it protected from like the bills, or would you say bill collectors or whatever, the number of papers that if you were to get a bill or two, that you'll get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. It's like you got this big stack of papers right here, and then like I say, you keep them all in file, and it's like keep them all in file, or if you were to have access to them over over the desktop or whatever, over the computer, along with the e-reader, or it could be the tablet or the smartphone, or it could be BlackBerry smartphone or iPhone or whatever, but you have it on your mobile device. But of course, it's like for MoneyGram, it's pretty much as I do it by the math. So you do it by the math is that if you were to do like that security question is for 100, so it starts as it's like 100, between 100 and 1,000, and 1 million, and then a trillion, and along with the billion. But then of course it's like there's that one word, 2 word, is that if you were to come out to no name for so far with MoneyGram, is that figuring out it's like you pretty much had to figure it out so far with the game of mathematics about is like how to get your money back if it's ever lost or stolen or whatever. It's like you called is the Gamble Million. It's like the Gamble Million that it's like you play that kind of like that game to where you go through the trouble of going to the documents and maybe going and making a few phone calls or whatever. It's like it's pretty much a way I think, but it's like a security form to where it asks you a number of questions, which I'm sure that later on they may have it to where that they have this like it's like kind of like a stamp where it could be internet money, or it could be money. It could be a security purpose they have you do online, such as is to create your own stamp. And let's just say that they give you like a blank sheet of they give you like a blank document right here, that if you were to go online, they will want you to create a symbol or whatever, a security, like a pass, or it could be a stamp or whatever. They want you to create like your own stamp for security purposes. And of course, with that security purposes, you could draw like a little star shape right there. You got a star shape right there, and then from there you have it to where you do different designs, which match. Right here is a star, circle, or it could be a rectangle or oval, whatever. You work with these different shapes right here, and say you could have like a number of colors. Maybe within you have a few colors with like 17, 18, 20 different colors. But to draw your own design for what you want the stamp to look like, and so far as starting from there is to draw a stamp, and draw of course the outline too. But you have it. You were to create a stamp online, or you could create a stamp maybe by, if you were to file your taxes maybe for the next year, is to create a stamp and use a stamp as like you say it's a safeguard. Is if you were to go online, and then you would have it copy and pasted, have the stamp copy and pasted to a document or something like that. Have it copied and pasted to a document, for security purposes. So far as I say is for MoneyGram. But yeah, he got the security badge right here with the star shape. But what would pretty much say is that it's a stamp that you would use, kind of like a postage stamp, but only in your own creation for your own security purposes, just to make sure that your money's protected. But so far as is for a lot of purposes that there are a number of ways that we say is how to save our money, and of course a number of ways of how to spend it, but then keeping it protected, I'm sure is one difficult thing to do, which I'm sure we all try every day to try to keep it protected. But one thing that we can maybe do is it's like if you take the extra time maybe to fill out the paperwork, or maybe to create a stamp. It's like they may not mind. It's like a lot of times, since most of us here have access to the internet, that if they were to have that type of technology, or if they were to have money spending type technology online, that it would be something kind of like this, that it would be a stamp, or there would be a stamp that they would want you to use, and then there would be like a puzzle, that there will be like a puzzle to where they want you to it's like they got a T, and then along with the K right there, it's a puzzle, but then they want you to kind of figure out what it says, and then they may put see a T and then a K, and then they may want to put a C right there in the middle, answer find out whatever the puzzle says, and then of course then they could have an S going sideways or something like that, have an S going sideways, or a number 5 backwards. It's like that's something that they may use. But this type of puzzle right here is that so far with MoneyGram is that of course a lot of us here would probably not recognize this right here. Would probably not recognize what this symbol means, but pretty much nowadays with the internet, if you be able to know if you can really take a bath or shower online, if there is any such thing, then more like that they say you can't do a bath or shower, but maybe recommended bath products you can try out, on like shoppers.com or something. But a lot of things could be done online, and that's one thing. That one question that is what are those things? Is that more like that they say that coming up with your own security stamp. It's like coming up with your own ways to protect your money. So far with MoneyGram I think is one thing that maybe we all could work on. Is so far as besides doing the math, is making sure that that our money's protected and we know where our money is going to. Is to maybe create like a puzzle, other than a password security question, or it could be say I don't know about a maze, but something that is created only by that user, by whoever's name is on the bill or in the paperwork. Something that they created that helps their money be protected. But so far as the MoneyGram, and along with the symbols for the paperwork, along with the files and the paperwork, and along with the symbol for 100 to 1,000 to 1,000,000 to 1,000,000,000 to 1,000,000,000, and then to the gamble million, along with the mathematics type work, and along with the question mark, and so far as a question for MoneyGram and MoneyGram coloring.